The cream of the crop! Nobody does it better.
Lodestar Island, the island thought to be the final island, Raftel, which turned out to be the second final island in the Grand Line. Lodestar is the star that is used to help guide ships, which is a befitting name for this island because not only is it the final island on the Grand Line which the log post directs you to, it is also the island that lets you know about the whereabouts of Laugh Tale. It was 39 years ago where Roger was the first person to ever land on this island, and that is where he discovered that there is another island out there, which is Laugh Tale. Because the Grand Line is basically a linear path but has different options to get to this island, the log post, according to Roger, once you enter this island, it goes haywire because there's no island past that point, and that is when you discover the 4 road poneglyphs that will help you lead to Laugh Tale. Now these road poneglyphs are not on Lodestar Island, it just tells you that these things are out there and you have to go look out for them. So naturally every pirate is supposed to head to Lodestar Island, and that's when they figure out that there is another island, Laugh Tale, and you're supposed to search for the road poneglyphs. This island is very difficult to reach as it took 800 years for one person to reach that island. It's uncertain that any other pirate after Roger has reached Lodestar Island as well. Maybe some of the Yonko like Kaido or Big Mom went there and that's how they discovered the road poneglyphs. But as of right now in the story, Gold Roger and his crew is the only pirate crew to reach Lodestar Island. And back on Reverse Mountain with Crocus, it was implied that Lodestar Island was actually Laugh Tale and the final island of the Grand Line. Yet we didn't know the name of the actual final island, and it turns out that it's actually the second last island. So many speculated on why Crocus even told the Straw Hats that in the first place. But in the case of the Straw Hats on Zoe, they kind of skipped that part. Because the Straw Hats and Law know about the whereabouts of the road poneglyphs, they have no reason to actually go to Lodestar Island because that island's only purpose is to let you know about the road poneglyphs. It kind of gave Oda a way out in that he doesn't have to make us go to that island if he doesn't want to. If he wants to rush to the end, we can skip that entire part and we just have to search for the final 4 poneglyphs. Now the real question is, are we ever actually gonna go to that island? I think it would be very weird if we didn't. It was a name drop, and although the Straw Hats don't have to, knowing Luffy and his crew, I feel like they're gonna go there anyways, and they're probably gonna discover things that even Roger's crew didn't. Or we may never actually see Lodestar in the manga and could possibly be just a new location for a future move. But that's uninteresting, so we're gonna go with the more fun approach of what if we actually enter Lodestar Island and figure out what exactly is on there. I would like to believe that there's actually a civilization on Lodestar Island and it's not an uninhabited place, because there has to be at least someone or something to tell you about the information about the road poneglyph. So it wouldn't surprise me if there's a civilization there waiting for people to get there so they can tell them about it. Maybe some sort of race or tribe similar to the Minks, where they're waiting for someone to enter Zoe and then they tell them about the road poneglyph and some history between the Minks and the Kozuki clan. And we know from Oden's flashback that Roger cannot read the poneglyphs, but he can just feel like their presence. For example, the poneglyph on Sky Island, Roger was like, oh, this talks about something powerful, which it did because the poneglyph told you the location of Poseidon, doesn't it, Oden? So he kind of gets a gist of what it's talking about, but he can't actually read the poneglyph. So it wouldn't surprise me if there was some tribe, or at least a message from a tribe that no longer exists, about the information of Laugh. So maybe one of the civilization that lives on Lodestar Island, or at least used to live on Lodestar Island, is maybe one of the 3 races that Big Mom is missing. We know one is the Giants, so we can put that out, but one other could be the race that King belongs, or the 3rd secret race that no one really knows what it is exactly. Or my personal favorite option is that the 3-Eyed tribe is currently, or at least used to live on Lodestar Island, because according to Big Mom, once the 3rd eye opens, you are able to gain the ability to read the poneglyph. Because of the connection between Lodestar Island and Laugh Tale and the possible connection with the Void Century, it's very possible and safe to assume that 3rd Eye tribe has some sort of connection with the Void Century, and because of their ability to read the poneglyphs, they would be an enemy against the world government. So them being on Lodestar Island, a place where the world government, no one else could reach them, and a place where they're able to tell people that finally get there about the whereabouts of the road poneglyph, makes sense to me. They might not live there anymore, but they might have just left a message and left or went extinct. And because the Third Eye tribe is able to read the poneglyphs, I'm pretty sure that they are connected to Joy Boy and the Void Century and possibly the Ancient Kingdom Professor Clover mentioned all the way back in Robin's flashback. So Joy Boy entrusting the Third Eye tribe with the information of the road poneglyph and how to get to the final island, Laugh-Tale, would make a lot of sense in the terms of the story. It could always turn out that there's no one on the island, it's just a message about the road poneglyph, but I'm just trying to find how to fit in the Third Eye tribe because they're kind of random, I'm not gonna lie. They're kind of thrown in at Whole Cake Island kind of last minute that there's another tribe, or there is a tribe that's able to read the poneglyphs. I feel like they're gonna play in a very important role later on in the story. There's a theory going around in the community that Who's Who and his crew, or at least some of his crew, are actually part of the Third Eye tribe because they hide their face and there's a eye symbol, a part of his crew that you can see. Such as one of Kaido's servants, Bao Huang, has the same eye that Who's Who has tatted on his chest. So maybe they're all a part of the Third Eye tribe and we'll learn more about them as we get to explore their character. I think it would be kind of a major disappointment if we actually never get to go to Lodestar Island because it was mentioned all the way back on Reverse Mountain as being the final island, and I think a lot of the people in the fanbase want to see how it is and how it looks and what information that island holds and why exactly it's so extremely difficult to get to this island. Crocus could have just told the Straw Hats from the beginning that there's road poneglyphs, but he wanted them to go to the final island and see for themselves. Even Inuarashi was kind of confused as to why Crocus would tell them to go to Lodestar Island. It's possible Roger and his crew might have left something on the island for the next crew to reach there and find it, as that is actually something in line with Roger's character. We've seen that islands that he's traveled to before, he left something behind to help guide whoever finds it, such as when Roger left that message on the poneglyph up at Skype. There's also a high chance that someone from Roger's crew is currently living on Lodestar Island, and that person may possibly be Scopper Gabon. When we first entered the Grand Line, there was Crocus waiting for the Straw Hats, and then when you got to the halfway point of the Grand Line, Saboti Archipelago, Rayleigh was there. So it would make a lot of sense that someone else from Roger's crew is currently on Lodestar Island waiting for a crew to get there to help guide them to Laugh-Tale. I just want to see more Scopper Gabon. The guy is a complete enigma. Every time I see him, I want to learn more of him and see more of his fighting style. He has dual axes, which I think is pretty damn sick. Also, there could be other members on there as well. Could also be Seagull. He was one of the few named members of the Roger Pirates, so it might not just be Scopper, which would be very, very, very interesting. I definitely believe we're gonna get to this island. I'm not sure if it's gonna be a major arc. It might be an arc similar to Zoe, where it's very chill but very informative for the story. Also, there's a few other options I think we should discuss. One being that that's the island where Roger found the egg that's on his ship. We're unsure how long Roger had that egg for or what that egg even is. It could just be decoration or be some creature like a dragon and have a greater importance in the story. Also, I think we should discuss the possibility of an ancient weapon being on Lodestar Island, which would either be Pluton or Uranus. Although the location of Pluton is said to be in Alabaster, at least you find out where the location is there, we still don't know where exactly it is, and Uranus, we have no idea what that even is, so I think we should also put that in discussion. And one more interesting fact is that when Roger reached Lodestar Island, it was 1 year before the battle against the Rock Pirates. And what's cool about that is that although the Rock Pirates were said to be the most fearsome pirates in history, they weren't able to reach Lodestar Island, but Roger was. Anyways, that's the video. I really want to talk about Lodestar Island because although we don't know much about the island itself, it's still very interesting just based off its existence alone and its importance to the story and the possible connection to the Void Century as well as the Ancient Kingdom and Joy Boy. And although Oda gave himself an out on not having to go to the island particularly, I still think we should go, and I still think that we are going to go, and we're gonna get a lot of information on that island. Crocus did tell them to go to that island, and he told them that for a reason. Even Inuarashi was kind of confused, although Inarashi never actually went to Lodestar himself. He came on the crew afterwards with Odin, so he might not know what Roger and his crew left there. So that's going to be very interesting once the Straw Hats finally make it to Lodestar Island. That's the video, guys. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Don't forget to rate the video, subscribe, and click the bell icon to stay notified. Put down in the comments what you guys think down below what Lodestar Island is and what's on there. Hope you guys have a good day and a good night. I'll catch you guys on the next one. Toodles!